Students, today I'll be explaining you chapter 16, Bruno Goes Exploring. Let us start the chapter to find out what is the plot of the chapter, how it revolves. This passage is an extract from the book The Boy in the Striped Pajamas is set during World War II in Nazi Germany. It is about a 9-year-old boy, Bruno, whose life changes completely when his family moves from the city of Berlin to the countryside. He is too young to realize that his father is a high ranking Nazi official who works in a dreaded Auschwitz concentration camp for Jews. This book is about Bruno's friendship with a Jewish boy of his own age who lives in the camp. In this extract, Bruno starts to settle down in his new home but lonely and bored. He decides to explore his new surroundings, including the camp where he has been forbidden to go. So it revolves around the Second World War when the Jews were being killed in a large number by the Nazis. Nothing changed for quite a while at Outwith. Outwith is the camp area now where this Bruno and his family were living, but they were not a part of the camp. His father was a high ranking Nazi official. Bruno still had to put up with his sister Gretel being less than friendly to him whenever she was in a bad mood. So both brother and sister, they were not so friendly with each other, especially Gretel. And he still wished that he could go back home to Berlin, although the memories of that place were beginning to fade. So as a little boy, Bruno always wanted to go back to his previous home in Berlin. But as he was a very little boy, his memories of Berlin was about to begin, like they were beginning to fade away. The soldiers still came and went every day of the week, holding meetings in father's office, which was still out of bounds at all times and no exceptions. So as his father was he was a very big official in Nazis. He got a very high rank. Every day, at any time, the soldiers would come and have meetings with his father with no exceptions. Like there was no time bound and there was no time of coming and going for the soldiers. Anytime the meeting starts and ends. The servants still came and washed things and swept things and cooked things and cleaned things and served things and took things away and kept their mouths shut unless they were spoken to. So the whole atmosphere was very boring. There were servants to do all kind of work, but they were never they never speak to anybody in the house or to anybody unless they were spoken to. Like if Bruno want to speak something, if Bruno wants to talk to somebody, there was nobody to talk to with him, so he always got bored. But then things changed. Father decided it was time for the children to return to their studies, and although it seemed ridiculous to Bruno that school should take place when there were only 2 students to teach, both mother and father agreed that a tutor should come to the house every day and fill their mornings and afternoons with lessons. So as they were two only, Bruno and Gretel, so like everybody in the family decided that a home tutor will come and teach them. A few mornings later, a man called Hurlist rattled up the driveway on his bone shaker, and it was time for school again. So who was this teacher? He was a male. His name was Hurlist, and he used to come in on his bone shaker. Bone shaker was a kind of, like we have Atlas cycles, the hero cycles. That time it was a kind of bicycle. Hurlist was a mystery to Bruno. Although he was friendly enough most of the time, never raising his hand to him like his old teacher in Berlin had done, something in his eyes made Bruno feel there was anger inside him just waiting to get out. So the person was a very normal person and he was calm. Like Bruno's earlier previous teacher, this person has never hit Bruno, but still Bruno always looked into his eyes and felt that the person is having some kind of anger inside him. Hurlist was particularly fond of history and geography, while Bruno preferred reading and art. Those things are useless to you, insisted the teacher. A sound understanding of the social sciences is far more important in this day and age. So this teacher always felt that you should be aware of your social sciences and the things around you. Like what includes in SST? What is the social science subjects? History, civics, and geography. So according to him, these subjects were more important for anybody. But aren't books important? Asked Bruno. Books about things that matter in the world, of course, explained her list. But not story books, not books about things that never happened. How much do you know of your history anyway, young man? So he cleared the concept that what kind of books are important to us for read. Like the things, the stories which have never happened. Why we read them? They are of no use. We should be reading books which the things which actually happened or are happening or is a part of our earth or culture, or like anything which is important to us and which is already happening or about to happen or has happened. Well, I know I was born on April the 15th, 1934, said Bruno. So when the teacher asked about Bruno that what do you know about your history? Bruno said, I know my birth date. I was born on blah blah date. Not your own personal history, interrupted her list. I mean the history of who you are, where you come from, your family's heritage, the fatherland. The fatherland means like from where you are, actually from where do you belong to. Here the fatherland means, like in this chapter it means Germany, because their like the main house or something was in Germany. But if we talk about, sometimes we say na, in vacations we go to our village, हम अपने गांव चले जाते हैं, so that is our fatherland, like from where our ancestors, like somebody say कि my grandparents or my grandparents came from Pakistan to India after the partition and all, so their fatherland maybe is in Pakistan, right? So the main place of our ancestors, that is fatherland. Bruno frowned. He wasn't entirely sure that father had any land, because although the house in Berlin was large and comfortable, there wasn't very much garden space around it. And he was old enough to know that Outwith did not belong to them, despite all the land there. Not very much, he admitted finally. Although I know quite a bit about the Middle Ages, I like stories about knights and adventures and exploring. So finally Bruno admitted to the teacher that yes, I don't know much about my fatherland. Like my in Berlin also, my father didn't own any kind of land or something. We didn't had our own house, and here also, like we have a lot of land, we are living in a house, but that this does not belongs to my father. But he admitted that he liked the stories of the Middle Ages about the warriors. Knights are the warriors, and adventures and exploring. He likes these kind of stories. Hurlis shook his head angrily. Then, this is what I'm here to change, he said in a sinister voice, to get your head out of your storybooks and teach you more about where you come from, about the great wrongs that have been done to you. So, this angered the teacher, and he said, this is wrong about you people. Like, you people are into the storybooks and all. I am here to teach what wrong has been done to you. क्या गलत हो रहा है.